So think about like the 1910 through 1920, that era right there. So here's what's happening in the world. The Arizona was trying to get statehood. The Roosevelt Dam was completed, and it was created a huge source of water and electricity. The Mexican Revolution was starting. The We were starting World War One, and we didn't. The United States didn't get into it right away. Another big thing that was happening was that in 1907 was the start of mass production of the Model T Ford. And in doing that, the Model T Ford required cotton in the tires. So that was really important. And because of World War One starting, we did not, we were not buying cotton from Egypt anymore. And so they realized that the Egyptian cotton and the Pima cotton here in Arizona was very similar. And so from there, we needed cotton. And this became a cotton state from all the way from Tucson, Marana, Eloy, Coolidge, Florence, Chandler, Phoenix, Litchfield, Goodyear. It was cotton. But we needed people to work at the fields, farm workers. And so my family, grandparents, they were in Duquesne, Arizona, and they just closed the mine there. And so he was a miner, my grandfather, and that's when they decided, well, prior to that, what happened was they sent out flyers into Mexico, deep into Mexico, into the South, that they needed people to work the fields and pick the cotton. And they found those flyers, and that's when they came here to Arizona. And so they came here, and they took the train, and they stayed at the train depot that night. And the next morning, a guy named Morton came by in a wagon saying, "Hey, do you guys need a place to stay? You looking for work?" And they said yes. And so they loaded up on their wagon, and they went down 7th Street, and they provided a tent along the canal here. And so that's how the family got it.
Wow.
Yes. My father wasn't born yet. So he was born in that tent there along the canal, along with his sister later. So I always felt later on in life, realizing that my dad kind of wanted to come back to his roots and live here. And that's where in 1955, my dad purchased 5 acres right there on 32nd Street and Vineyard, which today is in the corner. And the Raven is across the street, and the Legacy Golf Course is across the other street. So we lived right there. But, when we lived there, none of that was there. It was all alfalfa, cotton fields, orchards, flowers. It was just beautiful. You had a beautiful, we wake up every morning, have breakfast, and look straight out into the South Mountain, which was just a great scene to be